You and Julia were engaged, and then
then we weren't.
Then it didn't happen. So everyone knows that you fell in love on the set of Flatliners.
Mm-hmm.
Why did it not work out between you and Kevin Bacon?
He fell in love with Cura and he left me. Yeah, there was just a wonderful bond amongst all of those actors. We were all going through very dynamic changes in our lives.
Right.
And then obviously met Julia. And I still think to this day probably one of the greatest laughs of all time. And I thought hysterically funny. I fell very much in love with her. So that it was kind of, again, very much like Lost Boys. It was a really exciting time in my life.
You have said since then, oh, you're so grateful that she saved you both from being young and crazy and making a mistake.
I think she had to be real. She was being realistic for herself. And I think that's much better. I think it's hard to explain. The pressure. We were young and we were both very much in love, and we had decided that we wanted to get married. But then this other thing kind of took over. She was arguably the most famous woman in the world.
Yeah.
And this wedding that was supposed to be something between the two of us became something so big. And then in the middle of that, I think she had the courage. It wasn't what she wanted to do in the end. And I think it took a lot of courage in amongst all of that other stuff to be able to say, I can't do this, and I'm going to leave it at that.